My cancer was caught by accident. About 4 years ago, I had an IUD put in place because I had excessively heavy periods. I'm talking bleeding through multiple pads a night. I had the IUD in for 2 years, and then at that second year, I began bleeding in between period cycles, spotting, and it was nonstop, every day for almost a year. I went to 3 different gynecologists, and all 3 said it was related to my period changing cycle, COVID, or the COVID vaccine. Eventually, I had such bad abdominal pain, and I had moved to Manhattan that I went to the hospital behind my apartment. It turns out that my IUD had embedded into my uterus. The gynecologist on staff that night pulled the IUD out and told me she was taking me on as her new patient. I was referred to a fertility specialist because after the IUD was removed, I still continued to bleed. My gynecologist said, "That's not normal, we're going to figure it out." The fertility specialist ended up finding 2 over golf ball sized polyps in my uterus. He said, "Not a big deal, we're going to remove it." He removed the polyps, had them biopsied, and they came back as stage 1 uterine cancer. If the IUD had never embedded into my uterus, it would have never been caught. It turns out that the IUD that I put in was a small dose treatment of the full uterine cancer treatment that I would receive right after. I ended up having a high hormonal progesterone treatment for my uterine cancer since it was such an early stage and they wanted to preserve fertility. If you think something is wrong with your body, keep going to a doctor until one of them will listen. You have the choice to build your own care team, and you know your body best. Do not stop advocating for yourself.